I still remember the day she got the call. Sarah's phone buzzed with the news that she'd landed the promotion she'd been chasing for years, a dream job in another city, one that promised prestige, salary, and recognition. I watched her eyes light up, a smile spreading across her face that I hadn't seen in years. I should have been happy for her. I should have celebrated. But that night, instead of toasting to her success, she told me something I wasn't ready to hear. "I think we need a break," she said, her voice almost casual, as if she were telling me the sky was blue. "I need to focus on me. On my career." I blinked, trying to process. My mind scrambled. "You mean, after all these years now?" "Yes," she said, eyes shining with excitement. "Or was it relief? I can't be held back. I need to start this chapter alone." I felt my stomach drop. 15 years together, a marriage we'd built on what I thought was mutual respect, love, and partnership. And suddenly it was gone. She didn't say it angrily or with spite. She said it with certainty, the kind that leaves no room for argument, for negotiation. The next months were a blur of lawyers, moving boxes, and forced smiles for the sake of our children. I wanted to scream, to beg, to understand how she could throw everything away for a promotion. But I knew better than to think she'd stay if her mind was made up. 2 years passed. I buried myself in work, rebuilding my life from the ashes she left behind. Nights were long and quiet, and sometimes when the house was empty, I allowed myself a glance at the old photos. The vacations, the birthdays, the silly snapshots of us laughing at nothing. They felt like relics from a life that never really existed. Then karma walked in like a storm I didn't see coming. I heard about it first through a mutual friend, who hesitated, clearly struggling with how much to reveal. "Sarah, it's bad," they said cautiously. "Her job, she got fired. Allegedly mishandled some critical project. Upper management isn't happy. And, well, things are messy. Legal stuff too." Froze. The apartment seemed to tilt around me, the hum of the refrigerator loud in my ears. My first instinct was disbelief. After all the destruction she caused, was this some sort of cosmic retribution? I didn't rush to her or gloat. I didn't feel triumph exactly. I felt something sharper, a twisted satisfaction, a quiet vindication. 2 years ago she chose ambition over family. Now, the consequences she'd ignored were landing squarely on her. The emails from former colleagues confirmed the rumors. Projects delayed, deadlines missed, contracts compromised. Her reputation, carefully built over a decade, was crumbling. I read each message with a strange mix of horror and validation. I remembered the way she smiled when she told me she was leaving, how certain she seemed that nothing could touch her. Then came the phone call. She reached out, voice trembling, pleading. "Please, can we talk?" she said. "I didn't expect this. I need help, Mark. I don't know what to do." I listened quietly, the anger that had lain dormant rising like a tide. "You wanted freedom," I said, the words sharp as glass. "You wanted to chase your dreams without consequence. This is the life you chose." Tears choked her words. "I know. I made mistakes. I never thought it would come to this. Can't you just help me?" I wanted to hang up. I wanted to walk away from the voice that once felt like home. But instead, I stayed silent for a long moment, letting her realize what she'd lost. "Do you know what it feels like?" I said finally, voice low and steady. "To watch someone you trusted destroy everything for a dream that didn't include you? You walked away from a marriage, from children who depended on you, from years of love that you swore would last. All for a promotion." Her sobs were muffled, the kind that seemed to come from deep inside, wrenching and hollow. "I hope you learn from this," I continued. "I hope you understand that success without integrity, without loyalty, without respect for those who love you, is empty. And now you have to face the consequences of your choices. Alone." She begged, pleaded, tried to justify her ambition, but I heard nothing. The Sarah who had once promised forever was gone, replaced by someone whose hunger for status had blinded her to everything else. After the call, I sat in silence, letting the reality sink in. 2 years ago, I had mourned a marriage. Today, I observed the universe correcting itself in small, merciless ways. Not vengeance, exactly, not mine at least. Just karma, unfolding as it always does, impartial and inevitable. And somewhere deep inside I felt a measure of closure. Not joy, not satisfaction, but peace. I had survived betrayal, heartbreak, and the loss of the life I thought I knew. I had rebuilt, healed, and found strength in the wake of her choices. The city outside my window hummed with life, oblivious to the storm that had passed through my heart. And I realized that sometimes people get exactly what they deserve. Not because of malice, not because of luck, but because the choices they make, the selfish, reckless choices they refuse to acknowledge, eventually catch up with them. I poured myself a glass of water, thinking of the future. A future unburdened by lies, free from betrayal. Sarah's story would play out as it must. But mine was mine to reclaim. And for the first time in years, I felt the quiet, undeniable certainty that I was finally free.